Well, good morning. Another quick content video, and I really do hope that this one is short and sweet. I wanted to talk to you, show you a little game that I just brainstormed and created in the spur of the moment, really, in a vocab revision lesson with my fifth form French. And this one, I just thought of University Challenge, just came out of nowhere, flash of inspiration. In that very dry and empty pan that is my brain. But the boys are in a good mood today, really, and so I just strike whilst the iron's hot. So I have 10 in the class, so divided them into two groups of 5. This came after some kind of Vote Quizlet Learn and Quizlet Live, and what I got the boys to do is sit in 2 groups, and essentially I had two stages rather than, well, it would be 4 in Quizlet in University Challenge. You'd have a question with the buzzer, and then you get 3. So for speed and sake of, keeping both sides engaged. Another thing with teenage boys, it's got to be quick, and there's got to be an opportunity for competition and to get back into the game if the other side have won, almost immediately, really. And so I would say, qu'est-ce que ça veut dire? What does it mean? Qu'est-ce que ça veut dire? The state of the planet en français. 3, 2, 1, lève les mains. And the hand out. As soon as I said the hand that was up the quickest for that team, everyone could raise their hands, like in University Challenge. That was the team that could answer. That person had to answer. Then if they got it right, they got 10 points. If they got it wrong, none of them did. But if they got it wrong, then I would have just gone to the other team and they could have an opportunity, and they would have probably got it right. What then happened is that team got one kind of guaranteed question, which the other side couldn't answer. So for instance, they got l'état de la planète, and they got that right. And in the group one, I wouldn't be really strict on accents. That wouldn't be necessary to win the point. But say, for instance, the next one is environment. Okay, Thomas's team got it, and Thomas is the captain. Well, Thomas has to answer in that safe, secure question. And so they can all advise him, well, vous pouvez conseiller le capitaine. And so then Thomas would have to give the answer, and he might say environnement. Okay, so I might say, okay, to make this more difficult, how many N's are there in environment? All right, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and he might say 3. And I would say, ooh. And maybe I might only give them 5 points. You got environnement, but you didn't get the, the extension question or whatever. Or I could basically say, right, for an extra 5 points, which is probably, depending on reflection, which I didn't do. If I did it again, I would do that. Rather than denying them points, you still get a carrot, but you want an extra sugary, super carrot. Yes, you do. Right, well, here's an extension question before I show you the answer. So that was University Challenge. Worked really, really well. Basically, I was on Quizlet for 45 minutes with the boys, and we started on Learn, and then I did Quizlet Live with them. I did individuals and then teams. I absolutely love teams. I don't know. I'd love to hear your feedback on whether you think it's actually effective. But Quizlet for individuals is obviously very, very helpful. And it's just a question of getting the recap and the vocab in front of their eyes, getting the repetitions in their brains. So I hope that's helpful. It was a really fun game, really simple. Let me know how it goes. Maybe try it with different groups. I think it's got to have to be a group of maybe minimum 5 or 6, maybe an even number. So let's settle on 6, I think, is probably the minimum needed for a University Challenge format. But other than that, worked really well. Let me know if it works with bigger groups. Flashcards, by the way, is what I used for it, because you can click, you can move on. And we had 31, so we had plenty of stuff to go through. All right, have a great day. Bye-bye.